Welcome to the Guard Your Heart Show, the podcast that aims to uplift your spirit and guide you on a journey of faith and well-being. I'm your host, Mercy, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me today. In our last episode, we discussed 2023 reflections. Self-reflection can be tough to pursue without any initial guidance or motivation. Hopefully, the last episode helped to get you started on your self-reflection journey. You can listen to the full episode in the link down below. In today's episode, let's talk about money goals because it is important to have a plan for your money. Having a financial plan is like having a roadmap to save money, get the things you really want, and achieve your goals. Now here's the deal. Everyone's money plan is different. If you're wondering how to make one or even what a financial plan is, you're in the right place. Stick around and we'll guide you on how to set financial goals. Let's break down our money goals and figure out how to plan for our finances in 2024. Our episode today is inspired by Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 to 3. Then the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain on the tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." I know that setting money goals and having a financial plan is not the most exciting thing, but it's something we all need to do. Jim Rohn said, "If the future gets clear, the price gets easy." You got to remember that for every promise, there is always a price to pay. Everybody is got to pay the price. Everybody is got to do the deal, and everybody has to do the disciplines. The price is some classes. The prize is a few books. The prize is discipline. The prize is finding something that will make your life better, make you grow, and make you change, and also develop. If you'll make the promise of the future clear for yourself, the things you want, the places you want to go, and the things you want to have, person you want to become, the skills you want, the home you want, the future you want, the friends you'll want, and all the values you possibly want. You'll make that clear, make those lists and be serious about it. I promise you, it's an easy price to pay. Anybody can pay it. And the best advice I can give you is, if I can do it, you can do it too. I have to admit, it is easier to get good at planning and saving money than trying to outsmart the stock market or winning a jackpot. Beating the market price or hitting the jackpot with a ton of cash is tough enough and doesn't happen often. Yet this is what many people rely on in order to realize their goals. Financial planning, on the other hand, is far easier and within your control. Cash flow planning is the most important aspect of the financial planning process. Most people equate financial planning with managing an investment portfolio, but it is far more important for most households to focus on cash flow and deciding what to do with your income. This means that you know your goals, you prioritize them, while you understand that not every goal can be accomplished at the same time. Just to be clear, I am not a licensed financial planner, but I have been through this process with my wealth managers for my own needs, and I'm here to walk you through it. The plan I am laying out for you is a great starting point to help you figure out what matters now and what will matter down the road. Depending on your situation, you might want to chat with a licensed financial planner or a wealth manager at some point to make sure you're on the right track at the right speed. A financial plan is a strategy that outlines an individual's or family's current financial situation, goals, and steps they need to take in order to achieve those goals. The primary purpose of a financial plan is to provide a roadmap for managing finances and making informed decisions about money matters. A well-crafted financial plan takes into account various aspects of personal finance. Simply put, it is a list of things you want to achieve before you die. Write down everything you want to accomplish without worrying whether it is realistic or how you will achieve your goal. The following are key components that determine the type of financial plan you need. Write your financial goals. Define them either as short-term, medium-term, or long-term financial goals. Identify your current financial situation in order to understand your bills, your income, your expenses, your liabilities, and assets. Then budget to keep your expense below your income. Save and invest. Get the right insurance depending on your needs, whether it's life insurance, health insurance, property insurance, or other relevant types of insurance. Plan for your retirement. Plan for your tax, minimizing the liabilities and taking advantage of available incentives. Manage your debt. Plan your estate, and this includes will in case of death, and create an emergency fund. A good financial plan takes into account your unique circumstances, risk tolerance, and future aspiration. The goal of a financial plan is to provide a roadmap to achieve financial success and security, and most of the time it can involve working with financial professionals such as financial planners and advisors who can provide expertise and guidance tailored to individual needs. Let's understand how an individual financial plan is different from a family financial plan. If you're single, it is important to establish a solid financial plan that not only helps you to meet your immediate goals, but also ensures your future self will be taken care of. This means doing all the things that you've mentioned above without making any assumption that things will somehow work out themselves. A big mistake is assuming you'll meet someone and they will take care of you and deal with your finances. If your relationship status changes or you get married, you'll be well equipped to plan your finances together if you already have things in place for yourself. The difference between a regular financial plan and a family financial plan is that you will probably need to consider more life insurance, more health insurance, education plans, and a more detailed will. If you are married or have a significant other, then you need to participate in your finances as a team. Discuss your budget and money goals and make financial decisions together. Understand where your money is going and how much money you have in the savings and investments portfolio. Whether you are a financial tag team or going solo, the road to financial independence isn't always smooth. Why should we even create our own financial goals? It is worth highlighting a financial plan helps you both prioritize what is important and helps you to set a realistic plan for accomplishing those priorities. It gives you a sense of meaning that you're working towards something that matters, a sense that you're on a journey worth being on. It is easier to say no to bad money habits when you're working towards saving money for your goal. It is a process and not a product. The aim is not to create a document that you'll never refer to. What we are trying to create is awareness where you are today and a plan for achieving what is most important to you going forward. Here are some of the benefits of creating a goal list. You'll start to see the patterns in your desires. I wouldn't have realized how financial security was key to my happiness if I hadn't put debt management on my list. Once I saw those patterns, I started to prioritize paying off my debts, and as a result, I've crossed over 5 to 10 on my list. You'll be motivated to accomplish some of your wildest dreams, and I have crossed many items off my list. That's really amazing because most of the items I put on the list are very long-term and extremely improbable. You can also track how much you've changed and how much you've stayed the same. I am constantly removing and replacing items on my financial goal list. and I have found out that what I want from life has pretty much remained the same. Most of the items on my list contain experiences I'd like to have and my wishes for a happy, stable family and home, and also for financial independence. Your financial goal list is a highly effective way to practice gratitude. It is so easy to forget the good experiences that we've had and what we've accomplished. So when I review my list, I see some items I have crossed off and I feel grateful over and over again that I was able to have that experience. I am even grateful for the things that haven't happened yet because I have seen what a powerful tool this list has been in achieving my wildest dreams and goals. Your goal list is also a map of your ideal life. When you read your whole list, it presents a fairly detailed picture of the life you would like to have. You can see the type of career you want, how you'd like to spend your time, who you want to spend the time with, the kind of mark you want to leave on the world, that is your legacy, and even how much money you'd like to have, and that's totally okay. With that in mind, let's go over what the financial planning process looks like. Developing a suitable financial plan will involve the following steps. The first one is you need to evaluate your current financial situation. Before you start drawing out a financial plan, take a good look at your current economic situation. Check out what's going on in your life and how to connect with your money. When you're evaluating your financial situation, think about the following. Your assets, that is everything you own, like a house, a car. You can also include any cash, checking and savings account, and anything you have saved in the retirement account. Add everything together and you come up with your total assets. You also need to look at your liabilities, and these are everything that you have outstanding. Also, all the debts that you have, including mortgage, student loans, credit card loans, even bank loans. When you determine your total assets and your total liabilities, add this to your net worth. If you have a negative net worth, don't worry, it is very common. Just be mindful not to tie your net worth with your self-worth. There is always a way to improve this number, which mostly comes down to saving more, spending less, and building passive income, and also increasing your income at your job. The third thing that you need to look at is your money flow. Once you've figured out your net worth, we can look at your monthly cash flow. This is how much you earn every month and how much money you're spending. These days we have apps that can track your expenditure, so you can make use of them. Alternatively, you can go old school and track them on Google spreadsheets. Remember, cash is king. Cash holds a powerful and valuable position, especially in uncertain and challenging financial situations. Cash flow is central to achieving long-term wealth and financial independence. Having evaluated the status of your financial life, then you're able to determine the following. Are you earning more than you're spending? Great. You are on your way to financial stability and working towards your financial goals. Are you spending more than you're earning? If the answer is yes, some changes need to be made. Check your expenses category and see where you need to cut back most. Welcome back. After evaluating your current financial situation, the next activity highlights your financial goals. A financial plan cannot exist without a financial goal. Having financial goals is the foundation of your financial success. After all, you have to know what you want to accomplish in order to actually accomplish it. These goals can be described as oxygen that gives life to the financial plan. However, when it comes to setting goals, you want to make sure that your goals are well defined and prioritized accordingly. It is great to have big and lofty goals, but be sure to break them down into smaller chunks. That way, you're not overwhelmed trying to accomplish them, and you can easily measure your progress. And your goal has to have a few components. it has to be a SMART goal. A SMART goal means it needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Specific in that your goal needs to be well defined. You can ask yourself the following questions. What is it that you want to achieve? Where will you achieve this goal? And why do you want to achieve this goal? The goal needs to be measurable. Having a measurable aspect simply means that you will know when your goal has been ultimately achieved. For example, how much money will you need to retire? Or how much money do you need for a home improvement project? Your goal needs to be achievable, or else you're setting yourself up for failure. The point of setting goals is to create an improvement from the current state and not to bring you down further. For example, if you set a goal to save 100,000 shillings a day isn't very achievable, while saving 10,000 over a course of month, it is achievable. To determine if this goal is achievable, you need to ask yourself, is this something that others have done? And is it something that you can achieve in your current season of life? Your goal needs to be real and relevant to you. For example, if you want to save 200,000 over a course of a year, but you only make 50,000 shillings and you have young children, it is not realistic given your current stage in life. When you determine if your goal is realistic or not, you need to factor in other aspects of life, like what resources do I need to access, and do I have help from anyone, or even how much time you have to devote to this goal. And last, your goal should have a clear timeline when to reach your goal. Revisit the first step where you made your first specific goal and set a timeline. For example, if you want to be better at saving money, here is how you can put it into SMART goals. Specific, I will increase my saving account balance. Measurable, I will increase my saving account balance by 200,000 shillings. Attainable, this has been done by others and it is relevant to my current situation. Realistic, yes, it works with my current income and the expenses. Then timely, I will increase my savings by 200,000 in the next 24 months. Many people make the mistake of thinking that their finances are separate from other areas of their lives. To the contrary, they are one and the same. Goals and dreams are developed, implemented, and monitored. You not only need to take action, but also have systems in place for monitoring your progress and making adjustments where necessary. Without a plan, it is easy to live in a state of always wanting more. Since everything you want has equal priority, very little gets accomplished, and as a result, you lack that feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from accomplishing something that matters. Creating financial goals is a powerful tool for growth. After completing the exercise, I realized some things about myself that I would not have if I had not taken time to write down my goals. Financial goals can be broken into 3: short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. And this is in terms of where you see yourself in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or even 30 years from now. Short-term financial goals are goals that you can achieve in the next 1 year. They break down your larger goals into small goals and are more manageable. They can include many different things such as saving for a home, paying off debts, saving up for car replacement, or paying cash for your kids' college. Financial goals will look different for everyone, but everyone should have them. Here are a few ideas that you can include in your short-term goals. Number 1, build an emergency fund. An emergency fund turns a financial crisis into an inconvenience. A good rule of thumb is that you need to set aside 3 to 6 months of your household expenses for emergencies. Number 2, you can start building the habit of saving and investment. As your income increases, it will be easier for you to invest and save more since you already have the habit. you can aim to invest at least 15% of your gross income annually into an investment account. Then you can also create good money habits. If you struggle with impulsive spending, you're human like most of us. Even the most diligent savers can struggle with impulsive spending at times. It's also good to get a monthly household budget, and it can sound intimidating and restricting, but it gives you the permission to spend money without guilt. The best part of budget is that since you have planned how to spend on paper before the month begins, you don't have guilt associated with spending. And last but not least, invest in your health. Your health is your wealth. Many people spend their healthy days looking for wealth, only for a few years later to spend all their wealth looking for health. It is good to have a health insurance for you and your family. Mid-term goals are goals that you want to achieve between 2 and 5 years. Saving is a requirement for nearly every financial goal. Therefore, you need to increase your saving rate. You can also save up for your first home and start paying extra on your mortgage. And finally, you can create a get out of debt plan, because it is hard to build wealth or gain any financial traction when your income is tied up to a monthly payment of debts. Then we have long-term goals, and here are goals that have a lifespan of more than 5 years. Such goals include becoming mortgage-free, becoming debt-free, saving up for college, building up substantial investments and savings pots, early retirement, and also making an end-of-life plan. Be vulnerable and write down the things that you really want. Don't be afraid to add items that might look stupid to other people. Your list can be as long as you like, but I have found it really helpful to try and come up with at least 20 goals for starters, and then you keep adding and changing as time goes by. When you have set your goals, you can create a plan to move towards where you want to be in life. Your finances will enable to get there as soon as possible. Once you've written your financial goals, it is important to review your financial plan. Some of the questions to help you along with the process could include: what steps can I take every month to get me closer to my goals? Is my spending in line with my core values? What money mistakes have I made in the past? Are my financial goals realistic? What big expenses are coming out soon? Is my emergency fund fully funded with 3 to 6 months of expenses? Am I saving enough to retire comfortably? Am I meeting my other short-term savings and investment goals? Am I on track with saving? What steps can I take to make sure that I have a better month next month? And here's a quick tip. Keep a journal where you answer these questions, and you can review your past entries every few months. It is a great way to stay motivated, especially when you see the progress you're making over time. If you stay committed to improving your finances, you will definitely see progress. And the final step is to finalize on the financial plan. This involves creating an action plan that will give you direction on the expected decisions needed to achieve short-term, mid-term, and long-term financial goals. At the end of the day, when you're creating a plan around something, you gain control over it. I know creating a financial plan sounds a bit daunting and overwhelming, but you will feel so much better after you do this. Creating a financial plan makes your dream come to reality. But many people don't know how to go about creating a financial plan. It is not as difficult as it might seem. You just need to take things one step at a time and be patient. And as we end today's episode, I want to pray for our financial goals. Dear Lord, we gather before you, seeking your guidance and blessing for our financial goals. In times of distress, may your comforting presence be felt. Send your help as we navigate through the paths of financial planning. May our sacrifices be remembered. And may all our plans find success under your divine guidance. As challenging times arise, may we not be brought to our knees, but rather, let us rise and stand firm in the strength of your promises. We pray for victory and we call upon you, God, to answer when we reach out to you. In your name, we place our financial goals. Guide us, bless us, and let our endeavors align with your divine plan. As we achieve victory, let our joys resound, and may we lift our banners in your name. Amen. Do you have a financial plan? Leave a comment below and let us know if this episode has helped you reach your goals or not. I would like to encourage everyone to take time and make your own financial goals. I consider creating my list one of the most transformative things I've done in my life. Remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. If you have enjoyed this episode, don't just keep it to yourself. Give us a thumbs up, share the love, and hit that subscribe button across all our social media platforms at the Guard Your Heart Show. Tune in every 1st, 10th, and 20th of each month for fresh insights. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next episode.